What's going on, everybody? What's happening to the Deeper Thought Experience? I'm your host, the DJ Don Dada, Deeper Sax, Don Don, whatever you want to call me. And it's been a while, and I just hope that this stream goes good. We're gonna find out. I got a lot to talk about, but I'm not gonna be on here too long. I just want to do kind of like a recap at the same time, talk about things that's been going on for the last 2 weeks, I guess you would say. The news has been kind of depressing. It's Christmas time, and every time I turn on the TV, I tell you, I just want to cut it off. And I've been basically watching a lot of old shows. You know what I'm saying, like Barney Miller. You know, just switching to the channel TV Land. I don't know if y'all know about TV Land. Watching all those '70s, the Jeffersons, Good Times. I can't name them all. I just turn to it and just watch it. Just think about the good times when I grew up as a kid, when being politically correct wasn't a big issue, especially on the Jefferson. You know, but I don't know what's going on with this day and age, with everybody just complaining about everything. And then at 11 o'clock, when you turn on the news, or 10 o'clock, it's the new variant, Omicron. And I guess we know about Omicron, and if we don't, we can talk about it for a minute. Um, and these are my opinions. These are my opinions, but a lot of folks is agreeing with my opinion. I probably should call them facts, but I don't know, guys. I don't even know where to start. It's just too much for the brain. Too much for my brain. I got a lot going on. Christmas, being with family. Oh, I'm not gonna let this new variant Omicron stop me from hanging with my family. It may get y'all to freak out, but don't let that stop you from being with your family. Christmas is tomorrow, or better, when you watch this video, it's gonna be the day of or the day before. Spend time with your family. Go see your grandparents. Don't listen to Fauci telling you to. If your family's not vaccinated, then you need to make sure you don't go around it. Make sure. Don't. Don't fall for the okey doke. Like I told you, this is a spiritual battle, people. The spiritual battle. Don't fall for the okey doke. All you church going folks out there, you go to church every Sunday, you preach the word, you catch the Holy Ghost, you fall on the floor, you shiver and dangle and everything else. Leave the church, come home with your mask on, and then understand nothing you read of the Bible. Now, I'm not a valedictorian in the Bible. I'm not a scholar. I'm learning. I can actually say that I am learning and reading the Bible frequently right now. Can I break down spiritual psalms, or biblical text of the Bible? No, I can't do none of that. But I know you can. So, with that being said, Call your folks up on Christmas Day. Tell them how much you love them, and say, "Hey, I'm coming over. Your elders need you. If you shut down being around your elders, you're only getting them depressed. Better yet, you are getting depressed, and everybody around you or your friends staying at home, not seeing one another because of an invisible enemy that was created." Yes, I said. Yeah, I might say some things that might get me in trouble, but and I might say things in code. So I hope you catch on, and if you don't, let me know. But on the last videos I posted, we talked about different people, different commentators, different doctors, different scientists, different virologists. Um, One of the most important persons or people that I brought up, well, it's a lot of them, but we talked about Dr. Brian Artis, and I hope that you guys have been looking him up, looking up his videos. Um, Dr. Stella Emanuel, um, Peter McCullough. These people here are the truth. These guys know what they're talking about. So I hope you jot these names down and go look them up. I would duck, duck, go, like I said before. You Google this, they gonna just give you all kind of crazy, all conspiracy theories. These guys are nut jobs. But if you read their articles, or if you watch their videos, you'd be like, hold up, this is pretty deep. Because everything they said 6 months ago, a year ago, it's actually coming true right now. I mean, it's coming true. So these names here, I need you to write them down and look them up. And I also have another guy that you need to look up, and he is the bomb. Um, my heart goes out to him. He has terminal cancer that he's just been discovered to have within the last 2 months. Um, I just found out that when Trump was sick with Rona, this is the guy who basically, you know, took care of him or gave him treatments to help him. His name is Dr. Zev Zelenka. Hope I'm saying that right. Dr. Zev Zelenka. Um, you can look him up as well. Dr. Vladimir Zev Zelenko. Um, yes, as you can tell by his name, he's Jewish. Um, but he is so deep and so intense with the spiritual battle. Um, I beg you to look this guy up. This guy is so deep and so spiritual at the same time. I mean, if you was an atheist, if you didn't believe in God, this guy here, he make you think. He make you be like, whoa. And one of the most important things he says is that we we are in a spiritual battle for good and evil. And I believe him. Good and evil, people. This is what we're dealing with. It has nothing to do with the left. It has nothing to do with the right. Even though I'm kind of pissed off with January 6th, we're going to talk about that in a minute. And I'm going to give you my perspective on it. Once again, I'm calling out a brother. Um, um, I keep forgetting his name, Benjamin Dixon. To me, Benjamin Dixon is a front man for the Rockefeller Foundation, the ADL, all of that. He talked about issues that are worthless. You don't talk about the real issues at hand in the black community. Um, I was on social media and I was looking at some of his posts that they just pop up, unfortunately, and they all jumping on Elon Musk. Now, everybody talking about why Elon Musk ain't paying his fair share of taxes. It seems like every time the system goes after someone that they don't like, they always talk about their tax returns. You're not giving enough taxes. I mean, the same thing they said about Trump. But for a billionaire to come out and spit in the New World Order's face, that's my friend. Anytime someone comes out and speak against the New World Order, speaks about the agenda of depopulation and that we need to expand and we need to have more kids, we need to have more babies, and we need to get rid of this woke perspective, this wokeness. He tells you it's a virus, and he's 100% correct. Think about it, guys. Wokeness, a virus that's affecting your mind and not letting you get to the fourth dimension of thought. We have this invisible enemy that's attacking you from one side, and then you have this wokeness on the left side that's keeping your mental capacity and your mental state to stay at the third dimension. It's not making you elevate. Now, I'm not a scientist and I'm not a high IQ type of dude. I'm just a guy who just sees things the way it is and asks questions. What if? What if what they're saying is not true? You need to question everything now. Question everything that you can think you could possibly think of. You need to question it. I mean, it's going on 2 years now. I thought it just took 15 days to thwart this, to curve this virus. 13, 15 days. 15 days have got to be damn near 2 years now. People still wearing the mask. People's getting the jab, the jabber jabber. And 5, 6 months later, you're still getting sick with the cold or the flu. Or worst case scenario, your immune system is shot to hell, so you can't even fight off the cold. And it hurts. I just met with a family member today. It hurts. And they had the jabber jabber, and they was proud of it. And I found out today that they at home sick with the cold. So they say. And this is not something that I feel good about. Anytime someone in my family gets hurt, die, or do something that I tried to warn them about, it hurts. It hurts like hell. And I know that it's gonna come a time where I have to move on, protect my immediate family. And it's difficult, you know. That's just something that I gotta deal with. You know, I'm trying to. I'm trying to weave and wild through it a little bit. But you got Omicron. I like to say it like that. Omicron. You know, you got the Omicron variant out. And the funny thing about it that I've learned about this whole thing is that the next name for a variant supposed to be new, N-U, N-U, new, which supposed to be the next one before Omicron. Two of them, really. So you got the new variant. They didn't want to call it the new variant because it's not new. Ain't that something? Now, this is all on the Greek table, Omicron and all that stuff. So new is supposed to be the next one. So I guess the higher ups, the ones that are trying to control us, they say we can't use new. We can't use that. Use the next one. And the next one was even funnier. It was G X I X I, fellas. Now, if y'all smart, you know what XI stands for. Basically, someone has that in their name, and that's the Chinese leader, Xi Jinping. G X I. So they said, "No, we ain't using that." Mm-mm, mm-mm. The last administration, Trump already done said the Chinese virus and all that, and that made him mad. So we can't make him mad again. So don't use XIG. Well, what's the next one, damn it? And the next one they came up with was Omicron. And this is why you have Omicron. And the news, all the celebrities, they're all pushing for boosters, and they're all pushing the fact that this is a dangerous disease. And if you got a second, I can get into that just a little bit. If you've studied biology, virology, or diseases in college, like I did a little bit, not a lot, not a lot, but Omicron to me is a blessing. It's a blessing. Now, you probably saying, well, what do you mean by that, Deeper? What do you mean by that, Don Juan? Well, let me tell you. If you know anything about viruses, one thing about virus is that it mutates, right? Now you hear all the news, they tell you about mutation. It's mutating. It's gonna kill everybody. It's mutating like crazy out there. It just you could just see it in the chemtrail. Oh, sorry. Well, y'all know about that. But anyway, think about it. The virus mutates. It wants to live like you. It wants to survive like you. So even though it's knocking people off, technically, in layman's terms, it's trying to find a way of living. It's trying to find a way of hanging on in there, some weird way. So you have, um, you know, SARS or whatever you want to call it. You had the first variant, then you had Lambda, and what's this other one they came up with, and another one, and now it has gotten into Omicron. All right. Now, if you may know, in South Africa, the South African leader, I forgot his name. Please help me out if you know. He sits here and he says, "Look, we're not. I'm not pushing the jabber jabber. I'm not doing none of that. The only thing I'm gonna do, if anything, I'm gonna tell everybody to take ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, or whatever, and vitamin C. But the Africans, they know. They've been, dealing with, the UN, United Nations, WHO, HWO, you know. When you don't know what WHO is, the World Health Organization. I call it the World Homicide Organization. Because what they're doing is, I think they're knocking people off on purpose. Depopulation, eugenics. So anyway, you got the African people saying, "Nah, we good. We'll figure something out. We good. We done dealt with you for the last 45, 50 years, coming over here, testing on us, killing us, and y'all just going about y'all merry way, doing experiments. Nah, we ain't. Nah, not today. Not today. We're not gonna do it over here." So I guess WHO And United Nations, they got pissed off and they said, okay, we got you. Omicron. How about that? And it came from South Africa. How you like that? And so the news picked up on it, and that's the only thing you've been hearing for 24/7 for the last what month now. So one of the scientists, well, excuse me, maybe it was a doctor that came out. A couple of doctors came out of South Africa and said this thing is not that serious. Everybody is fighting it off in Africa. Everybody is fighting it off in Rwanda. We are good. We are fighting it off. It is nothing but a common cold. We are not. We are not going to do this to a family. We are not going to do this. Wakanda forever. Matter of fact, what happened to all my, you know, my brothers out there and sisters? Wakanda forever. But don't you think you need to be saying that right now? Huh? Instead of falling for the okie doke, did you learn anything? Anything when it comes to the Tuskegee experiment? Did you? Did you? Come on, y'all. Stop being played. Y'all being played, man. Being played. I mean, think about this as well. Seriously, think about it. Y'all watch more TV than I do. Can you tell me? But you can't tell me because you ain't seen it just like I ain't seen it. But have you seen any, any, any commercials on these jabber jabbers? Pfizer. Did you see a commercial on the jabber jabber? The Moderna? Huh? JJ? And I'm not talking about JJ from Good Times, but JJ. Have you seen any commercials on TV pushing it? No, you have not. You have not. Only thing you see is talk show hosts, late night talk show hosts, celebrities, the news, telling you what to do for your health, telling you what you should put in your body. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. I mean, these people, you should be asking the question why that is. Something ain't right. People, this ain't right. This thing sucks. You know what I mean? But no one is not, no one ain't telling you the truth. It sucks, man. And it makes me angry. It really is pissing me off. And I feel like I'm the only one that's being pissed off. But all that I'm going to say to you guys, black people, white, Asian, whoever you are, around this planet, around the world, inside of the core of the earth, if you believe in that. Okay, you know what? I always got the what if in my brain, so I don't know if that's true or not about people that live inside the earth. I don't know. They saying there's no aliens, UFOs. I just know we're not the only ones here on this in this galaxy in this universe. I mean, if you think that, then something wrong with you. I think you're naive. There's too much going on. You think God's gonna just create us and nobody else? Think about that. But anyway, I'm going into jab. But only thing I'm gonna say, no pun intended, jab. But what I want to say to you though is that this is the hill to die on, guys. They coming after your kids. Don't forget that. I said that in the last podcast. They coming after your children. Now, for all you biblical Bible thumping readers of the Bible or whatever, now I don't know what part in the Bible it tells you, better yet, God tells you, leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Anytime you start sacrificing children, the civilization wind up ending. Look at the Aztecs. Look at the Romans, the Roman Empire. Let's think about this for a minute. Now they're doing it again. Everything is a 360. Everything is a big circle. It's a big circle. And they're doing it again. Most of these people, they believe in God. These evil people, they believe in God. But they're satanists. They're Satanists. Luciferians. They want to become gods. And the only way they're going to become gods is if they can sacrifice the majority of their population and mostly come after the children. So if you have kids, I'm begging you, please do not let them get the jabber jabber. Don't let them play you. You must have informed consent. Remember we talked about that? Remember when we talked about the Nuremberg trial? The Nuremberg Code. Don't forget it, folks. Look this stuff up. And the only reason why they're playing you because they know that y'all don't research. They know that y'all not going to go back and look up the Nuremberg Codes and look up all 8 of the laws. They know this. Only thing I want to do is just go to work, take care of your family, pay your bills, and we'll make it through. They know this. Matter of fact, I tell you what, I got something for you. But before I go to this video, I got to give a shout out to everybody who comes to the show, check the show out. You know, Andrea, what's up? Andrea Durant, you know what I'm saying? Pretty saucy, I see you. I see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all came out, you know. I always got to give y'all a shout out because y'all always look out for a brother. So I'm not going to hate on none of y'all, you know what I'm talking about? And I really appreciate it. And I just hope that, you share this video to your friends, people who you love, the people who you don't like, your enemies. You share that with them too. You do what you want to do. But what I'm saying, this information needs to get out. But there's a guy by the name of Greg Reese. He came out with an awesome report about, the JabberJabber, what's in the JabberJabber that they trying to push on your kids. And I think that you should see it. Now, I hope I got this thing set up right. I think I do. I think I got this thing set up right. We're going to find out in a minute. But this is from the Reese Report. Look up my man, Greg Reese. My man, the man is deep on his research, man. I can't even, this dude is deep. I'm talking about, when I tell you this guy do some research, and then you go right behind him and look it up, and you be like, man, how does he have time to find all this in a couple of days? It doesn't take him weeks and months like it does me. This guy's on it. I'm talking about like, dang, man, I didn't even know that. So if you can, go to ReeseReport.com. Greg Reese, this man is fire, and his voice is so telling. I mean, when you hear his voice, it's just like you stuck to the screen like, whoa. So grab your notepad, your pencil, your paper, or your crayon, and you got to check my man out. So let's get to this video. We're going to do it like this, and we're going to bam, and we're going to play this thing.
The most effective way.
Let me see here. I hear that?
Right after getting approval to inject everyone's children, Pfizer has secretly added the drug tromethamine to the already dangerous gene-editing concoction. So-called vaccines that appear to be causing heart attacks in otherwise young, healthy recipients, including pro athletes. Tromethamine is used to stabilize the blood in heart attack victims. Pfizer claims that tromethamine is being added as a buffer to replace phosphate-buffered saline, which is a water-based salt solution. But tromethamine is not anything like a water-based salt solution. It is another dangerous petrochemical with a long list of side effects. It has never been tested with the so-called vaccines, and it is only safe within the circulatory system. A known side effect is tissue damage if any tromethamine leaks from the vein. And every single child they inject will be injected into their muscle, not the vein, which means every single child will be at risk of tissue damage, along with ADE, autoimmune disease, and death. We are at war, and the attack is brought to you by Pfizer and Company.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
From the very beginning of the manufactured COVID pandemic, it was never about the children. We were always told the children will be fine. It was about the elderly and the sick. And then they realized we will submit to anything. So why not go for our children? If we allow it, they've already conquered us. And many of our children can see exactly what's going on, even if their parents can't. They are all experiencing evil at the highest level right now. Many will be deeply inspired to fight back. So why would these barbarians let them live, knowing that we will let them inject our children with an experimental drug that has demonstrably been shown to do great damage, all under the guise of protecting us from the common cold? The hospitals were empty during COVID, and they are now overwhelmed by the vaccinated. The same company profiting off this deadly scam openly has its hand in the FDA, is immune from liability, calls anyone who questions them criminals, and is secretly adding new drugs to an already deadly cocktail upon FDA approval to inject our kids. For Infowars.com, this is Greg Reese.
So, that just, I'm speechless. They want to come after our children. That's the scariest thing to think about. The myocarditis. All these reports coming out with these parents that's taking their kids to get this jabber jabber. And the media won't report on it. Over a couple of hundred kids in the United States have took the jab voluntarily. And now they're having heart problems. They're having myocarditis. Or they're having convulsions. Parents, how can you live with that? Parents, how can you live with that? I had a friend, a good buddy of mine, his kids are grown. And they're very intelligent kids too. And I was like, yo, dog, let me ask you something. He's like, what's up? I said, hey, your kids didn't get jet. Jet. Yeah, they got it. Hey, what can I do about it? I'm like, what? That's like my kids saying, well, I'm 17, I'm going to go. Man, I'm going to be like football, tackling them down. You ain't. Dad, I'm grown, I do it. Well, yeah, you grown, but this right here? Well, I'm grown, I'm going to do what I want to do. Ain't too much you can say or do. It'll be hurtful, but I guess I didn't have to think about that. I I guess I didn't have to deal with it yet. So it's bothersome. Please forgive me for being too emotional. But hey, what can I do? What can I say? You know, um, I'm just thinking about the next 6 months. Actually, the next 4 months, for the next 3 more years. That's all they're gonna talk about. But at the same time, some of your friends and some of your relatives are gonna get seriously sick. And 3 people I know this week, this week alone, I found out they got the jabber jabber, and they got the jabber jabber probably about what 4 months ago. After I dropped the science on them, don't do it, dog, don't do it. And they try and say, well, why not? And then I get into my lab coat, and then I start breaking the science down to them, and I be using the big names and big terms, and warning them, and they still go out and get it. Now, reports say that they didn't come to work for a couple of days to a week, saying that they got sick with the new variant, Omicron. So what's the use of taking this stuff is not going to protect you? Explain this to me. Why y'all doing stupid shit? Excuse me. Excuse me. God gave you the most advanced shell on this planet, which is your body. Everything was pre-planned and pre-thought out, just about. Just about. And one of the things is your immune system. Your immune system fights viruses off every single day. Every single day, your body is fighting off some form of virus, some form of cancer. One of the keys is basically if you get cancer, it's because you have neglected your body some way, some form. You're not eating right. I'm not the perfect eater, but I'm at 96%, you know. Um, but at the same time, you can't really avoid that because you got GMO. You got genetically modified organisms, damn near anything you put in your mouth if you're not growing your own food. So here you got Mr. Bill Gates buying up all the damn farmland in the United States. He owns most of the farmlands now, besides China, in the United States. Your Smith Fields, your all your meat processing plants are owned by the Chinese. Think about that. Buy local. If you can't buy local, do it. If you know a farmer down the road that's got the lettuce, buy it. If you know a farmer down the road or a rancher, a cattleman that raises beef, knock on the door. Excuse me, sir. Not trying to startle you, but I just want to know, are you selling any beef? Where's the beef? Are you selling anything? Or how can I, buy a cow and you slaughter it for me? I mean, this is the things I'm thinking about. These are the things I'm planning. You know, I know one, but I think he's mad at me. He's a liberal. I know, right? But still, I gotta get calm. We cool though. You know, um, grow your own food, buy seeds, make sure they're organic, store them in a fresh place, a cool place. And if you got any kind of space in your backyard, or if you got pots, or planters, grow something. It's getting to that point that you're gonna have to. If this variants keep mutating the way they trying to tell you and scare you, and virus this and virus that, jabber this, jabber that, you got to be locked down. We're gonna put in martial law, martial law. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to have something to eat. You gotta have food stored somewhere. What are you gonna do? That's the only thing. I mean, you turn on the TV or you go to whitehouse.gov. There's only one thing he talks about. 99.8.3% of the time. He don't talk about the border, about all those illegal immigrants storming over here, and the $450,000 he gonna get in. All the illegal immigrants that got over here gonna get $450,000. What you get, black folk? Nothing. You ain't talking about the fentanyl that's really killing people. They said fentanyl is killing more people than Omicron, anything, all that. Fentanyl is doing the damage, but you don't hear nothing about that, do you? You don't hear nothing about that fentanyl, dog. You know, you're not hearing nothing about inflation. You ain't hearing about gas prices going up, dog. But y'all ain't saying that. And then y'all have excuses for the old ass fart. Excuse me. That's slip. I didn't supposed to say that. And you know what I'm talking about. Don't be slow. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So, with all this is going on, the only thing he got y'all attention stuck on is the variant. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to wake up. I don't want you to be woke, but I need you to be I need y'all to wake up and smell the Christmas trees. Wake up in the morning, say Merry Christmas, give everybody a big hug, give your just do it. Call your friends up, Merry Christmas, dog. Jump in your Who Ride, your 6'4", on your brand new ass Ford F-350 or your brand new Dodge 1500, and go see some family, man. Call them up, say, hey man, I'm on my way over there. Merry Christmas, here I'm on my way. All right. Hey mama, hey dad, hey grandpa, hey grandma. We coming over. Spend some time with you. Don't fall for the okie-doke people. Don't fall for it. Because I'm telling you, it's all pre-planned. It's all planned. You don't think so? I tell you what, I got somebody else. Check this out. Got another video for you. And this guy right here, the guy who's talking in the beginning of the video, his name is Dr. Excuse me, not doctor, but he should be a doctor. He's Dr. Larry Pickney. He is the original leader, or one of the original leaders of the original Black Panther Party. Larry Pickney. If you don't know who Larry Pickney is, you need to look him up. Now, this new Black Panther Party, as was out when Trump was in office. Speaking of Trump, I got to get on his ass too in a minute, but Larry Pickney, this guy's deep. And you got to check him out. Let me see. I got to post this up, but you got to hear this. This video is very deep and very thoughtful, but you really have to check this out. And this guy right here.
To control people is to what? Control their minds. Control how they think. Make sure that they really don't critically think. Make sure that they're robots.
Our world is controlled by organized groups of sociopaths who have access to never before seen wealth, power, and technology. These sadists have used decades of psychology and sociology research to manipulate humanity through what's called social engineering.
Dr. Gupta, I am among the fully vaccinated, joined Team Pfizer, and I did go jogging today in the park. This was the mask that I wore with a doctor's mask under it. And most of the people that I saw that were in the park was packed. I would say like 95% of the people still had masks on.
Kelly was born when she was in MK Ultra, so Kelly was born into captivity, if you like. She said from the age of 2, Kelly was forced to wear a mask because it denied the brain oxygen, which helped with the mind control. And it dehumanized her and it de-individualized her.
These ultra-wealthy megalomaniacs masquerade as our saviors as they build a global technological system, first to surveil us, then to control us, then to enslave us, which inevitably leads to them killing us.
This system is being put in place using lies, and it's being put in place using lies for some purpose, and I believe that purpose is complete totalitarian control. And I think the purpose of that is going to be mass depopulation. I can't think of a single benign interpretation for the simple creation of these top-up vaccines, let alone the lies that surround them.
Social engineering, folks. Social engineering. That's exactly what we're dealing with. This is exactly what we're dealing with. It's time for us to come together. It's time for us to say no. You can do it, people. Say no. You got different doctors out here that wants to help, that will help, and they keep the Hippocratical oath. They believe in the Hippocratical oath, these medical doctors that they took and swore to. Just like a soldier, a policeman, they take an oath to the Constitution. Well, doctors take an oath as well. It's called the Hippocratical oath. Do no harm. Do no harm. If I was a doctor, if I would have stayed in college, which I didn't, I'll be taking that same oath as well, the Hippocratical oath. But I ain't gonna say like I was chasing. I was chasing. I was chasing cars, and money, and I wasn't focused on my studies like I supposed to be. Well, I am now, though. Understand. I want y'all to, when y'all get up this right here, I want y'all to go ahead and look up the Nuremberg Codes. Let's start right there, guys. Nuremberg Code. Let's start right there. Um, I want you guys to Google Dr. Vladimir Zelensko. Look him up. Look up his videos. Take notes. God bless his soul. I'm gonna miss that guy. I tell you, that guy's. I pray to God get some back. Get his health back. God consciousness. He talks about that God consciousness. Wow. The guy's deep. I love him. There's nothing wrong with saying you love someone, whether it be man or woman. We need to get back to saying, hey, dog, love you, man. Hey, lady, I love you. Go back, say it. It doesn't have to be, no hanky-panky way. You don't have to sit here and be embarrassed to say it. Just say it. Do your business. You know. So I'm gonna shut it off right now. I got more to talk about maybe the next couple of days, but don't let the media, don't let these late night comedian talk shows, late night talk shows tell you one thing and it's not true. Matter of fact, them guys are not funny. Those guys are not funny. So I don't even know if anybody even watch late night TV. I know I don't. Matter of fact, I'm getting sleepy anyway. Ugh. See, I keep it real with y'all. I keep it 100. I keeps it 100 with you. Ain't no, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? I tell you like it is. Feel me? Tell you like it is. Um, I just want to tell everybody, pray, ask God for guidance, and really mean it. Ask God to forgive you for your sins, to help your neighbor, to help your family, and protect me. Protect me. The blood of Jesus. Um, we all not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. So I ask for his blessings every day I can and ask him for forgiveness every day I can because, you know, we need it. We need it. So I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna sign off and I give you some more tidbits. Maybe next time I do a podcast, um, American frontline doctors, everybody, don't forget. Don't forget. As you can see, I'm outside next to a crash um, spaceship. Um, if you know, that's Prometheus back there. The ship when he's about to. I saved the world because he was gonna knock y'all off. Revelation, remember? Okay, I'm just kidding, but still. Some more serious things to talk about. Like I said, American frontline doctors. If you know anyone that's getting sick, anyone that needs help, you need to reach out to these guys. Google them. I like to duck, duck, go. All right. Um, the next one I give to you next week or whatever. If I get time before New Year's Eve, I might do a video. I give you another tidbit. But right now, just write down American Frontline Doctors. Dr. Stella Emanuel. Don't forget that name, guys. Don't forget that name. I put it up on the screen for you again. You got your Dr. Brian Artist. You got your Dr. Stella Emanuel. She is fine. Now, I have to admit, you probably had to rewind the video and play it again because she has such a deep African accent. But she's a beautiful woman. Dr. Peter McCullough. He's another beautiful person. That Peter McCullough now. He's a doctor out of Texas. He knows what he's talking about. So I'm telling you, write these people down, look them up, and research them. I have some more for you next week. I will have more people for you next week. But I'm not trying to make this video too long. I want to make it just enough that you can drive to work and listen to it. Or when you're leaving the club and you're sitting in your car before you get in the house, before your wife yell at you. Okay, I'm just kidding. Hey, if you like what I'm talking about, like and subscribe. You can always cash at me too. Just gas money. That's all. gas money. I would ask you to send me some money so I give me some oxtails. But ever since Joe Biden done got in, they done shot at almost $10 a pound. You know. You know what? Before I let you guys go, I gotta get something off my chest. I said I was gonna get it off my chest earlier, but let me tell you something. Some of y'all know that I was a Trump supporter. I didn't like the man, but like someone told me, it's not about how a person talks or how a person acts. It's his action. And when I saw the price of stuff going down in the 4 months of his term, and I'm gonna keep saying it, organic food was the cheapest that it ever has been. I was racking up on organic food. I was racking up on oxtail. And then, I said about a year ago, it started creeping up to $6.99 a pound. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. What's up with this? So, but for the last for the last 2 weeks, man, I don't know what's going on with Trump. He done stumped and bumped his head. I mean, I'm not a sycophant, of anybody. If you're in my corner, you're in my corner. Don't switch up. Or better, if I'm sitting here telling you something and you ain't listening, we got problems. So I don't know what's up with him and that other dude. Hell, I forgot that damn old ass man name. Um, it's at the tip of my tongue too. I bet when this show is over with, I probably know who it is. But he going around the United States, doing these rallies, Trump and the other guy, and they talking about the jabber jabber, and Trump coming out talking about get your vaccine, everybody, get your vaccine, and people are actually booing him. That's one thing I can say. You can call it, white folk, conservatives, right wing, whatever. One thing I can say about them is that they speak out. They don't just follow just to follow. You get what I'm saying? Like Trump, he comes out, get your vaccine, and he got booed. He wasn't expecting that. You would think the first time someone boo your ass, you're going to say, I ain't going to do that again. I ain't going to do that again. But you come out and you do it again, talking about, yeah, everybody get the booster. What? Boo. And then you still knock off the audience when they trying to tell you. You got people calling in certain talk shows saying how they've been emailing, how they've been sending emails, writing Trump, or better, any politician. I mean, I'm going to give Rand Paul another 2 weeks before I go off on him. Because Rand Paul, I don't know what happened to him. I guess, first he was on it. He was on it. He was sitting here talking about, Anthony Fauci and telling him you need to, he was just really getting off on him. And then all of a sudden he gets quiet. They not hitting the point. This is a UN corporate technocratic medical takeover of the world. This is World War III. But they are fighting this war through a needle. Now, I know that might be a little technical. You probably can't get it. You probably can't figure it out. But I'm telling you, man, these folks are coming at you in a way that you're not going to sit here and argue about. You don't know what it is. It's a war. It's a medical war. Good and evil. One thing the devil does is that he tries to get your soul. once he takes over your soul or he marks you, what the Bible say about that? Y'all walking right into a trap. Y'all walking right into a trap, and you not even figuring it out yet. Rand Paul, you was on it. You was on Fauci. You told, lock the man up. You told this, you told that. Now you done backed off, like I told you. Like I told a lot of folks. This is a UN takeover. But I don't know. I guess he just got scared after that tornado came through Kentucky. I guess, old Brandon, let's go Brandon. I guess he decided to say, I'll fix that. I'll fix you. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna create this artificial storm to come through there. I know you're probably saying, man, what you talking about? I mean, y'all have heard about HARP, right? How they can manipulate the weather. I know y'all heard about that. And if you ain't heard about this right here, if you ain't heard about that, look, HAARP, y'all better Google it. Excuse me. Duck, duck, go. And you ain't heard nothing from Rand Paul ever since that tornado came through Kentucky. He done got quiet. I hate to say it, you signed up for this. Ain't no time for you to get scared now. This is a war. And we gotta win this war. Or your future, your grandkids, your great great grandkids, or whatever. They gonna suffer. So y'all need to get out of that little you need to get out of it. Y'all signed up for this. You wanted them votes. You signed up for this. Get your ass on out there and protect it. If you can't, step aside. We need more middle class people in office now. We need more people. We need more middle class folks. Not no millionaires, billionaires. Let's try something different. We need that dude or that female who works at McDonald's that bust their butts every day, looking at their chicken like, man, that's a lot of taxes they taking out. Man, seriously? Majority of everybody's taxes have been spent in the last 4 years fighting Trump. I mean, think about it. Millions and millions of dollars from the Russian Steele dossier, Russian collusion. Man, that's a lot of money. Those millions of dollars. Taxpayers' money. They don't care. That's not their money. That's your money. Oh, Nancy Pelosi done ran game on y'all. Shifty Shift, Adam Schiff. They done ran game on y'all. Them your Chinese informants and spies. Oh man, I got so much to tell you, but we don't got time for it. We'll talk about it next week. We're gonna talk about the scientists that got locked up 2 days ago. Um, he was convicted and guilty. One of the guys that's the inventor of the nanoparticles that's supposed to be in the JabberJabber, that was getting millions and millions of dollars from the Chinese to leak that information to them, to give them that technology to them, to use back on us. We'll talk about that next week. All right? Y'all got enough to study right now because it's all about your health. And if you don't know, go back and look at some other podcasts. Zinc, elderberry, magnesium. It's just so much. Vitamin D3. Take your vitamins. The British, they don't call it vitamins. They say vitamins. Take your vitamins, okay? Take your vape to them. All right? Say no. And lastly, don't vote folks in because of a party. The midterms coming up, folks. The midterms are coming up, folks. And they're going to scare you with this variant more and more every day. Vote for people who are going to do something for you. Help the American people. All right? Stop voting for people because, oh, he's a Democrat. Oh, he's a Republican. Oh, he's a conservative. And I'm talking to both sides. You better start digging in, researching these folks, figuring them out, try to figure out what they're all about. Who giving them money? Are they getting money from the Chinese? Are they getting the money from the ADL? Are they getting money from the Southern Poverty Law Center? The Rockefeller Foundation? Bill Gates Foundation? If they are, you need to run the hell away from them. Get the hell away from them. Because I'm telling you, they're finna shift the shaft on you. All right? Well, I'm finna wind it down, folks. And I want to thank everyone who came out to check this little video out of me. I hope everything was good and worthwhile. My videos didn't freeze on me today, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. But yeah, that's about it, man. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Deeper Thought Experience. I'm your boy, DJ Don Dorda. DJ Don, or just call me Don Juan. Just call me the Don Juan. Kiss your family, kiss your kids at night. Tell them you love them. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I used to say Happy Holidays, but we need to get back into Merry Christmas. So I'm telling everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. But I'll probably be back on here before New Year. All right, guys. So take care of yourself. And I'm out. Peace.